Hi everyone, have a great day. Now I am going to discuss about iteration in Python. In this video, we will to learn about for loop, while loop, and nested loop. First, I describe about for loop. Looping defines to execute the sequence of statements many times until the stated condition becomes false. Loop in Python consists of two parts, a body of a loop and a control statement. The main difference between the control statements and the looping are the control statement is a combination of some conditions that direct the body of the loop to execute until the specified condition becomes false. The purpose of the Python loop is to repeat the same code a number of times. In computer programming, loops are used to repeat a block of code. For example, if we want to show or print the message 100 times, a good programmer cannot use 100 times print statement. At that time, they can use a loop. It's just a simple example. You can achieve much more with the loops. There are two types of loops in Python, for loop and while loop. In Python, for loop is used to run a block of code for a certain number of times. It is used to iterate over any sequences such as list, tuple, string, etc. The syntax of the for loop is for VAL value in sequence. Here, the value access each item of sequence on each iteration. Loop continues until we reach the last item in the sequence. This is the flowchart of the for loop. Python code entering into the testing condition, sequence of statements, that is body of the loop executed many times until the condition becomes false. Example of the for loop. First, we have created a list called myList. Initially, the value of the myList is set to the first element of an array, that is RIT. So the print statement inside the loop is executed. RIT is updated with the next element of the array, and the print statement is executed again. This way, the loop runs until the last element of the array is accessed. For language in myList, the value of language is set to the first element of an array, that is the myList. Next, the for loop with the range method. In Python, we can use for loop to iterate over a range. A range is a series of values between the two numeric intervals. We use Python's built-in function range to define a range of values. For example, value is equal to range of 4. Here, 4 inside the range defines a range containing values 0, 1, 2, 3. Here the note that the range of 4 is not the values of the 0 to 4, but the values is 0 in between the 0 to 3. Example of the range function. First, we assign the values is equal to range of 4. After that, the for loop is used for I in values in print of I. for loop to iterate over a range from 0 to 3. The value of I is set to 0. It is updated to the next number of the range on each iteration. This process continues until the 3 is reached. This is the another method for range function. For I in range of 4, we can strictly assign the range value inside the brackets. Next example, the range function defaults to 0 as a starting value. However, it is possible to specify the starting value by adding a parameter range of 2, 6, which means values from 2 to 6, but not including the 6. For example, for x in range of 2, 6, in print of x, the output is 2, 3, 4, 5. Next example, the range function defaults to increment the sequence by 1. However, it is possible to specify the increment value by adding the that parameter, otherwise called step value. It is otherwise called step value. In this example, we can use the three values, range of 2, 10, 3. Output will be the 2, 5, 8. First print the value 2. After that, the loop increments 3 values, then print 5. Next time, the loop increments 3 values, then print 8. After that, the loop increments the value 11, but the loop ranges between the 2 to 10. That is up to 9 only. So the program exits. Python for loop with the else statement. A for loop can have an optional else block as well. The else part is executed when the loop is finished. For example, digits is equal to 0, 1, 5. We can create a list and assign the value to the digits. For I in digits, print of I, else print no items left. Output, the for loop iterate over the elements in the list. First prints the 0 and next prints the 1 and next prints the 5. After that, when the loop is finished, the else part is executed. Then no items left will be printed. Here the for loop prints all the items of the digits list. When the loop finishes, it executes the else block and prints the no items left. Second, I will discuss about the while loop. Python while loop is used to run a block code until a certain condition is met. The syntax of the while loop is while condition in the body of the loop. Flowchart of while loop. A while loop evaluates the condition first. If the condition evaluates to true, the condition inside the while loop is executed. Condition is evaluated again. This process continues until the condition is false. When the condition evaluates to false, the loop stops. Example for the while loop. This is the program to display the numbers between the 1 to 5. First, we initialize the variable I is equal to 1 and L is equal to 5. Then we create a while loop while I less than or equal to n. In print of I, then I is equal to I plus 1. First, the condition checks the I less than or equal to n. First, the I value is 1. N value is 5. The condition is true. 1 is printed. Then I is incremented to 2. After that, I value incremented. I is equal to 0. I is equal to 2. Less than or equal to n is equal to 5. 2 less than or equal to 5. Condition true. 2 is printed. I is incremented to the 3. Next, I value incremented by 3. So 3 less than or equal to 5. Condition true. 3 is printed. I is incremented to 4. Next, 4 is less than or equal to 5. Condition true. 4 is printed. I is incremented to 5. After that, 5 is less than or equal to 5. Condition true. 5 is printed. I is increased to 6. At last, 6 is not equal to 5. Condition false. The loop is terminated. Finally, the output is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Python while loop with the else statement. In Python, a while loop may have an optional else block. Here, the else part is executed after the condition of the loop evaluates to the false. Counter value is in the next we can see one example program. Counter value is initialized as the 0, 1. After that, check the condition using the while 1 less than 3. If it is true, print the statement inside the loop. Then counter value is incremented by 1. Like that, the loop continues until the counter value as 3. Condition is counter less than 3, not counter less than or equal to 3. So the loop executes 2 times only. So first inside loop, second time inside loop, print the statement inside loop. After that, else statement will be executed. Last, I will explain about nested for loop. Nested loops. Python programming language allows to use one loop inside another loop. Following programs show some few examples to illustrate the concept. Syntax for the nested loop. We can use nested loops in both the for loop and while loop. This is for nested for loops. Nested for variable 1 in sequence. After that, once again another for loop for variable 2 in sequence. Next statements. After that, execute another statements. It's the nested while loop, while expression 1. After that, while expression 1. Then next statements. After that, statements executed. Example for the nested loop. This is the Python program to illustrate the nested loops for display pattern. For this is the for nested for loop for I in range of 1, 5. After that, for j in range of I. Next, print I, n equal to neighbors. Then next print statement. Now we can see about how this program can be executed. For I in range of 1, 5, there are 4 rows. Therefore, we need a loop to iterate over the rows. Hence, the outer loop should iterate over the rows. In each row, I is printed row number times. That is, first one time, next two times, then third row in three times, after that four times. Therefore, the inner loop should iterate row number times and print the numbers I in each inner loop execution. Once the row is printed, a new line should be printed. For that purpose, the end is used. Thank you.